Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to the TAG Sustainability Meeting. Today is Wednesday, 19th June 2024. I'm your host, Sayam Pathak. I am the TAG ENV lead. And first thing is this meeting is subject to CNCF Code of Conduct, which simply means awesome people and being nice to each other. Um, and yeah, if there are any new members who would like to kind of introduce, please feel free to do that.
I'll also make a quick note that we had gotten off the correct cadence, and so we just updated either yesterday or the day before, so there may be fewer than expected, but Leo did fix the calendar.
Yep, thank you for that. Okay, so we'll move ahead with the working group updates. So working group comms.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. We have Diana and Sergio, I think, as the website leads, which is awesome. They're gonna help us with some stuff. We're still ongoing with our roles review. I haven't gotten back around to that, but Valeria is also back next week, so we're gonna go over some stuff. We also have the sustainability track for KubeCon was something that came up. I think we might be a bit late for North America, right? I think we discussed it, right, Sam? But definitely we're going to try for Europe next year.
Yep.
And keep track on that. I made a quick note here on the notes for Sustainability Week comms. This is more that we've been helping with, obviously, the Sustainability Week things. We're thinking of maybe either myself or somebody else on the comms group kind of trying to go to those meetings as well, try and make sure that we can help as quickly as possible, or equally the other way around. I think Julie joined us for one of our meetings and that worked really nicely. We kind of went through what they needed help with and set that up. The big thing is I obviously need help. We're looking for a second comms chair for various reasons. There's been shifts and people have stepped down. We're looking. We'll see what happens with that. I think that's pretty much everything. We obviously also, same thing that Marlo mentioned with the working groups, we have now swapped ours to be on the right cadence again as well. So our meeting is next Wednesday instead. Cool.
Awesome.
I think that's everything.
One thing, are we still having the booth? It's like who is doing the discussion for having that in the project area for KubeCon?
That's a good point. I think this was something that Leo and I discussed, but I can't remember if it's actually been approved.
My understanding is also that we also need to put in a working group tag talk as well. And that
Yes,
he said was another week out before they would start asking for those. So am tracking.
Amazing. I'll make a note of that.
Awesome. Any questions for the working group comms?
Just one more note. You want to talk to Bob Killen, who's Amy's new replacement, if you don't know that already, Claire.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That is helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the working group green reviews.
So we're moving along with the proposals. Proposal 1 is now being implemented. We are a little bit stuck on one of the PRs where we do have to write some automation at first. Well, we're figuring out how we want to do that. I think the consensus is that we would prefer bash scripts, or at least, yeah, bash and GitHub Actions. I think, yeah, there's some slight differences with some variables and how they're set, but it's pretty much mostly bash. Versus having a small Go binary or Python binary. I think the preference here is Go over Python. We are figuring out how we want to, yeah, write some of that automation. So we had to redo a Python program into Go, and now we're looking into rewriting into Bash. So that's kind of a technical update on what's been going on. But hopefully we've made that decision. And if you want to see the PR in question, and if you'd like to chime in, I'm gonna link it. It's 104. Yeah. Yeah, I think some help there is needed. If anyone would like to chime in, I don't think you need to read further back than this PR. It should be encapsulated in that PR. But yeah, bear in mind that before it was all Python, and now it's Go, and we're moving to Bash. Sorry, I've repeated that a lot of times, but it is where we are. And then still writing proposal 2. We got a new contribution from someone, so that was great. Pull request from someone new, and we have someone owning proposal 3, so that's also progress. We're probably going to limit the scope to what we're doing right now and try to finish proposal 1 before we move along. Otherwise, it's too much pressure on the few people that we are. There was some discussion on doing a call out, and maybe working with working group comms to do a call out for potential contributors. I think for now we're at the limit. We can probably still work with the team that we have. Antonio was going to do that, and he drafted something. But now he's going to focus back on proposal 1 with Ross. I think it would still be good to make that call out, but I know he has limited capacity. So I don't know if someone would like to help take that. There's a draft already. If anyone has spare cycles and would like to take that on, that's there to take. Otherwise, no problem. We have figured it out, like how we're organizing ourselves.
What kind of call outs are you interested in, Nikki? You mean on social media or something more by directly addressing? Because if you need some additional posts on social media, I can do that. If you have a template already, that's even better. Then I don't need to word it so much. So I can help at least with that when it comes to social media stuff. Just if you can share the link where you have that template, then I can get it out.
Yeah, I don't know how much Antonio has drafted. I think he was going for a blog post, but I think
Okay.
social media would be shorter and faster.
Yeah, I believe when we had a conversation, because I discussed it, we were talking about just like trying to target different types of media to try and make sure that we found people. So I guess whatever we can get out is fine. It was blog post originally just to be like, we can then mention that in multiple places, and maybe people see the blogs and don't read LinkedIn or whatever.
I can probably help out with the blog post as well. If you need folks to contribute.
I'm happy to do editing. I don't know about content.
I'm going to tag you in a thread, and then the irony is that we don't have enough, like Antonio doesn't have enough capacity to write the thing to get more contributions help. So it would be great to if you all would like to help us with that. Yeah, it's a little, it's quite a lot. And I guess I don't know, I don't want to take up too much time today, but yeah, it is a slow moving project because of the scale of what we're trying to do. And looking at the larger picture, I think we're probably aiming for KubeCon NA at this point, because we've had to push back things so much because everyone is quite busy, and I think we'll be on track. But yeah, that's all. I think just to summarize, just getting the word out for people to join us will help in the long run. That's the best solution for now. That's all. Sorry, I'm like thinking out loud.
And any specific skills you're looking for the
We are hoping to scale our team and have another tech lead in the team in the future. That's not something we've really talked about publicly. We're more looking for continued commitment from individuals, and then let this happen organically. But we are looking for autonomous work, essentially, so more senior engineers who, yeah, but I think we don't want to call that out in the social media postings.
Right.
That's something we're just looking out for.
No, I meant like if any specific area, for example, scripting or Golang or Kepler, any specific knowledge area or domain expertise you're looking for.
I guess for it is testing, test pipelines, so GitHub Actions and some storage will be needed for the test results, the test outputs. But that's a good idea, Sayam. Like, we can make a list of the skills that we are looking for and add those in the social media posting.
Anything else from anyone for working group green reviews? All right. Thank you, Nikki. So moving on to the projects, best practices for environment sustainable cage clusters. So I was there in the meeting, but I joined late. Not much progress since June 12. There were no new attendees. So we also discussed how we can, the same issue, like how we can get more humanities side of folks, expertise, to come and give their inputs on some of the things, and also the current work that is being done, how we can have a deadline associated. I mean, not as a hard deadline, but at least a projected deadline. Okay, by this, we should be able to do this and submit this, because the whole thing, there are a lot of things that can be done, but we have to bring out something from the project slowly, so that, okay, this piece is out for review, out published as a blog or a small white paper, whatever that is. So that was also discussed during the meeting. But yeah, the issue is still like there were, I think, me, Leo, and the two project leads. That's it during the meeting. So no new contributors. Maybe it's because of the mismatch in the calendar. I don't know, but could be. Okay, anyways, moving to Green Scraper.
Yeah, that's also been a little bit of a slower project, a slower pace since last time, but that is also because we're few. We are initially myself, Al Hussein, and Valeria, but Valeria has been off, so it's basically me and Al Hussein. I haven't had the time last weeks, but I know that Al Hussein did some work on at least one of the tasks related to updating the tool to create PRs with changes instead of pushing to master to the main branch. So we kind of work async. We have some active tasks. I will have some time, probably in a week or so. Then I can continue on one of the tasks that I've been looking into utilizing a reusable workflow that can be easily plugged in to kind of to integrate Green Scraper tool easily into the tag repo without copying it over. So, but other than that, we have a few tasks on the board that we basically try to work on when we get the time. So it's going a little bit slowly, but that's how it is when people are busy. So we will see if Valeria, once she seems to be joining also end of June. She was really helping with kind of spreading the word about the website and how this event list generated by the tool would look like. So maybe we can also pick up some work there. It's also been a little bit weird with the Google Calendar because I think for the last few weeks the meeting was not there. So I'm wondering if someone accidentally who had permissions to edit events just deleted it because maybe you thought you deleted it from your calendar, but you deleted it for everyone. So that can be the risk, like if you have access. That's my theory why there hasn't been a meeting for the project for the last 4 weeks, but it wasn't an issue. We had async communication. So yeah, we have a meeting in a week, I think. So we'll try to pick up some Slack there. And that's basically the update. A little bit unrelated. We had recently an event in Oslo where me and Marta from the Kubernetes Best Practices project created slides where we had a session for like how we are looking into sustainability best practices for Kubernetes. And as well, I showcased also the work we're doing in the Green Reviews working group. So I showed the dashboard and like walked through how we are doing, how we kind of try to measure this. So we would like to make these slides available for the group. So that if you would like to, or if you get opportunities to present that or talk about it somewhere else, you could also reuse these slides. So that's just a heads up. We will upload it somewhere to the Google Drive and then share it. So there is a little bit about Green Reviews, a little bit about the project and all the R's, repair, refuse, reduce, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just so you know.
Thank you. Cloud Native Sustainability Week 2024. Anyone has any updates?
seems like not the case. Is it too late to join and open up a location? And how's it organized? I know that there have been meetings in the past. Are they still occurring? Or was I just in the wrong time slot because of something got mixed up in the calendar?
I'm not sure about the calendar, but I'm definitely sure that the meetings do happen. Nancy is involved, and also it's not too late to add your event if you
Nice.
want.
Perfect. Yes, I will speak to my colleagues. I know that some of them have expressed their interest, and I would rely on them to help me organize it because I can't do it alone.
Nice.
I believe
Yeah.
the meetings are on Mondays.
Oh, perfect. I will check the calendar again then. Thank you.
Yeah, and there is a CNCF Slack channel as well that you can join for the
No, I know.
sustainability.
If I hadn't been here right now and live, I would have asked there. Yes.
Awesome. Landscape document review, project outline will be edited, and Leo will open the issue for this week.
I can't speak for Leo himself, and the project outline like that very much. I'm very sorry that I couldn't be here the past like 2-3 times that we have met or that you have met without me. Progress is again slow, but we had incredible feedback from Marta, I believe the name is pronounced. I hope I pronounce it correctly. More of those reviews, please. Tremendously helpful. Huge thank you. And yes, I'm working on integrating that feedback into the next iteration, and I hope I can bring it to you next week, so that we can share it in the next round here.
Can you please add a link to the document
Sure.
in the meeting notes? Thank you.
In the meeting. Oh yes. Let me see if I can open the meeting notes and then. Yeah, I'll do this in the background.
I think it's there in the first link of the issue or somewhere there, but yeah, would be good to have it anyways. The cloud native sustainability learning path. Looks project is cancelled and Leo will open issue this week. Anyone wants to add anything to it? All right. Moving to the APAC summary. So you can find the meeting notes here. We are using, so yeah, we held the APAC first meeting, and that was good on 11th of June. And we got a couple of maintainers from Kepler team as well, who are based in China. And it was a productive meeting, and overall it was decided that yes, it's being helpful. So we will be doing it bi-weekly. And how we are doing it is because the Google Docs doesn't work over there, so we are using GitHub for that. And I open up the forked repo, add it, add the notes, and then raise the PR. So there is a bit of work over there, but still works fine. And also it's like people like GitHub, so it's something that everybody is kind of comfortable doing. In the summary thing, people wanted more of the project updates, more of show and tell. So for this, since this was the first one, there was no structuring to it. Now the structuring is as part of a GitHub issue. So for each meeting, there will be a GitHub issue associated, and everyone who has to write the agenda. They'll be writing that in the GitHub issue. So we already have one agenda in the GitHub issue, and that will be discussed during the APAC meeting. So yeah, the project updates, some of the things were, if we can get the summary, Pang asked like if we can get a summary of the main meeting as highlights, that would be good, because they are not able to attend this time zone meeting. I mean, at this particular time. And then one interesting one was from Sam, who is kind of interested. So I think Nikki Async, if we can work with them, because they are doing similar work on the CI thing, and they are interested. The Kepler team is interested to catch up and check the CI with the green reviews working group. So that is something they showed interest in. They have also updated a very good white paper for the landscape in the 413. It's all mentioned in the meeting notes, which is very good. I think Leo also read some parts of it. And also they would like to know more about the current projects like dashboard updates, project update highlights. So I think we can pick one or two projects. Leo also suggested that we will pick one or two projects and we can give the project updates depending on the availability from the leads, chairs of different projects. And then the cross time zone discussion sync. So for example, I am there, so I'm giving this update for the APAC meeting. Similarly, I will be there for the APAC one as well, so I'll be able to give the sync for the summary of this meeting. So that should work. I think it's good. Nobody like we reached out in the TOC channel. We haven't seen any of the groups kind of doing these kind of different time zone meetings and doing the sync. So I think this can lay out a good structure for other working groups or other tags to see how they can also do different time zone meetings, since the contributor base is global. So yeah, the meeting was fruitful and we'll be doing it again. So question was, is the meeting useful? And it was a +1 from all. Yes. Questions, please.
You mentioned a white paper or multiple white papers even that might be relevant for the landscape document.
Yes, this is
Do you have links to those white papers? Because I can't find them in the tracking issue,
Yes.
nor in the protocol. There is a.
So it's a sustainable.
It's okay. It's a separate. Okay.
Yeah. So Leo has this issue that he opened, and I think it's a rework V2 of the landscape, and for that, I mean, there it was mentioned by Sam.
No, this is an action. But we have a tracking issue, which is for the landscape document rewrite, right? It's there in the protocol in
Okay.
braces tracking issue, and that's a different one from this one. So that's why I didn't know about this one.
Okay. Maybe you can post
Okay.
the same paper there as well. I don't know how much
Yeah.
relevant. Yeah. Because Leo gave this issue that and then Sam just posted over here.
Okay, yeah, I'll just have to read up on some stuff that I've been missing. I'm sorry, and yeah, I'll sort it out with Leo.
No worries. No
Great,
worries.
thank you very much. Sounds amazing. I'll give it a read for sure, and always happy if people can contribute their time and work. Yeah, nice, cool.
Awesome. Moving on, there are no planned presentations that I see over here, so we'll move to the open discussion. So anything anyone would like to discuss? Okay, going once, going twice. I mean, yeah, we can have the remaining time for the rest of our days. And yeah, if anyone has anything, we can discuss, or we can close this particular meeting. Awesome. So I'll just stop the recording.
Thank you for running this with short notice.